Hello guys, good evening. How are you today? I hope your condition is always good. So, welcome to my video, and in this video I would like to present to you about my critical review about the research. But before that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nurmayang Sari. I am from 4G class. So, without any further ado, let's we start. So, for the first, the title. The title of the research is Integrating Culture into ELT Classes. What, why, and how. The author of the research, Oslan Karagagstuna and Salim Razi. And for the purpose of the research, the study aims to investigate how pre-service and in-service foreign language teachers consider culture integration into language teaching. And for the place and subject of the research, the study was carried by Turkey, namely Pamukkale State University. The subject was a grade 4 ELT student in the Faculty of Education and an English instructor at the School of Foreign Languages. And for the methods of data collection, the method used in collecting data in this study is qualitative and quantitative methods. And for the instrument of data collection is voice recorder. Findings. There are 9 values that in this study. There are intellectual values, lifestyle, behavior, media, artistic values, family values, minor values, main values, and formal values. So, there are 3 questions in this research. The first is, do pre-service teachers in the Pamukkale University English Teaching Department think that culture elements should be included in language teaching? If so, which culture elements should be included? During the interview session, all pre-service teachers said that the language teaching curriculum must include culture elements. Three people clearly state that language and culture cannot be separated from each other. Pre-service teachers have reasons that are understanding English idioms and proverbs related to culture. Another reason it is also stated that is to motivate students to learn. Second question, does the English instructor at Pamukkale University School of Foreign Languages think that culture elements should be included in language teaching? If so, which culture elements should be included? In the interview session, all teacher participants in the office agree if culture elements were included in the language teaching curriculum. They emphasize that culture and language cannot be separated from each other. Integrating culture into the language teaching curriculum has an important role to add to student insight, respect the opinions of others, realize and respect different beliefs and lifestyle, and see things from another perspective. For the third question, are the views of pre-service and in-service teacher different in the culture of teaching in ELT classes? In the first and second question interviews, the same answer were found that pre-service and in-service teacher had the same view about culture that should be included in ELT classroom teaching. So for the discussion, in the study reported the opinions of readers in position and pre-service from a state university in Turkey about their views of culture included in the ELT class. However, these findings is slightly different from previous research. For example, Onalan 2005 reports that 62% of teachers consider culture as a component to be included in language teaching. A decade after the Onalan study, increased awareness of the culture of teaching among ELT teachers can be observed. So, for the conclusion, the teacher in service and pre-service say that languages and culture are two inseparable things. The 3 interview results show that the teacher in the office and pre-service position have the same view that culture values must be integrated in the ELT class. Culture not only teach students to understand the material, but teaches students to get to know the wider world. Culture can be taught through the introduction of culture itself. In this study, consider almost all components of culture as important. So for the suggestion, I give my opinion about the research. Research conducted by Oslan Karagakstuna and Salim Rasti is one of the studies that give us an understanding of culture and language. Culture and language cannot be separated. In their research, Oslan Karagakstuna and Salim Rasti interviewed teachers in position and pre-position about their views of culture being included in ELT class. Teachers in service and pre-service state that agree if culture values are included in the ELT class because language is part of culture. From the result of this research, I agree with the culture values integrated into the ELT class. Culture and language have a close relationship, so they cannot be separated. Learn a language and then we will learn about culture. A teacher in teaching language is not only teaching a language material, but how a student understands a culture in it. In Bennett, 1993, page 9, it is mentioned ignorant fools, who mean that they can speak a foreign language, but in really do not understand it. Furthermore, Bennett 1993, page 16, a fool who is fluent is someone who speaks a foreign language well but does not understand the social or philosophical content of that language. Bennett suggests that the culture of the language learned must also be understood so as not to become a fluent person. From Bennett's expression, we know that being smart in language is not guarantee that we are smart in culture, but someone who understands culture will try to learn the language. Culture is important to teach in language classes, so students can have a broad knowledge of culture. Implementing culture in a language class can be done by introducing oneself, describing something, watching video, and other activities. From the assistance of language and culture learning activities will increase student knowledge. In addition, students also do not get bored easily because they are only taught material about language. From this learning, students will also learn to respect the language, religion, lifestyle, and habits of others. We take the example of school where students consist of various Indonesian tribes. Some are from Java, some are from Bali, and some are from Papua. Each student must have a different language. Not only languages, they also have different religions and customs. When learning languages, we use Indonesian to unite differences. When a student speaks using their own accent, then we can guess where they come from. Language is not only as a means of communication, but as a culture identifier of a tribe. Balinese language and culture from Bali, as well as the language of Papua and culture of Papua. Culture recognition will make us appreciate each difference and teach us to respect each other. From this explanation, I agree if culture is implemented in a language classes. So I think that's all that can I explain for you. And for the last one, I would to say thank you. Bye bye.